Today's Talk About It Tuesday question is, what are the pros and cons of rolling over your work savings plan, which is a TSP for federal government, into a brokerage account upon retirement? Okay, so let's dig into it. So TSP is a thrift savings plan, and it is the government workers equivalent of a 401k for people in the private industry. So it basically works the same. It is a tax deferred retirement savings account where money comes out of your pre-taxed income from your job and goes into this account, which is invested and is available for you upon retirement. Pretty much the same rules. You cannot withdraw without penalty until you're 59 and a half. You have to take mandatory withdrawals by 73. When you withdraw, it is taxed at your ordinary income rate. Okay, so now when you retire from a government job, you have options. You can start to withdraw from it. And if you're not 59 and a half, there is a penalty on top of you being taxed. If you are 59 and a half, you can start to withdraw and you will be taxed at your ordinary income rate. You can leave it there and not be taxed and let it continue to generate growth. Or you can what you call roll it over, meaning it comes out of that savings plan, that account, and you can roll it into a brokerage account of your choosing. So the question is, what are the pros and cons of rolling it over upon retirement? Okay, so there are a limited number of options inside of the thrift savings plan in which the investments will go, right? So if you roll it over into a brokerage account, the menu is much broader, meaning you can do individual stocks, you can do different types of funds, you can do, bonds, you can do, there's just a whole host of, there are so many more different investment vehicles that you can put your money into. Why is that a pro as opposed to a con? It is a pro if you want to have more control, if you want to have more options, if you have a particular investment strategy that you want to follow, and there are certain types of investments that support that strategy. So it gives you that type of control and variability that you don't have quite as much when you're talking about leaving it in there. It allows, therefore, for greater potential returns because you do that. You can, it gives you greater control in terms of withdrawals, right? So you don't have to, once it's in there, there's no, I have to wait till I'm 59 and a half. There's greater ability to withdraw money from it than there was in the savings account. I think also there's a good ability, if you had more than one type of retirement plan or investment, to consolidate it into one place, which makes things a lot simpler to control. So it gives you better control, it gives you greater variability, it gives you better options to withdraw money without penalty. Those are and that ability again to consolidate all of your stuff into one place. In terms of cons, you have to know yourself. And let me just back up. Another pro is that if with a brokerage account, you have the option of getting advice from a retirement advisor or strategic advisor from the brokerage company, right? From the brokerage itself. So it gives you that professional advice there. So all those things, those are the pros. Cons, again, you have to know yourself. If you don't have the experience and you don't use an advisor, you can make very poor investment decisions that could cost you. If you don't roll it over properly, it could trigger tax implications. What else? If you don't have I think it's the GTRS for, TSP, the GTSP for the government guarantees that you won't lose. So you lose that guarantee of losses, and that you won't lose. You just have to ask yourself, do you want simplicity, right, and ease, and somebody else to take care of things, or do you want more control yourself? Do you want a higher potential return than you could get? Are you confident in your own ability to manage it and to continue doing what needs to be done over the years? If that's your personality, then I say roll it over. If you know that's not a skill set of yours, you're not going to take necessarily professional advice, you're not going to seek that, then leave it there, right? There are potentially higher fees if you do a brokerage account, depending on the type of investments that you get into. Of course, you can do simple things like index funds where the costs are low, but you could do some other investments like mutual funds, and there's a higher fee, for that. So, those are the pros and cons. You just have to really know yourself and know what you want out of it for the long term. And some of it, again, depends on your age also. So those are the pros and cons. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. And that goes the same for a 401k, by the way. So this is not just for government workers. This is for anybody who has a tax deferred retirement plan. So TDA, IRA, 401k, TSP, 403b, all the same, pretty much all the same. So you all have pretty much the same structure, same options when you retire. But I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. Please like, share, subscribe, keep the questions coming, and I'll see you next Tuesday.